Hey everyone, konnichiwa minasan. Today I'm going to show you how to make these jelly snow globes that would be perfect for a festive dinner party. So I use some Japanese ingredients and techniques, and I go into much more detail on the typed out recipe in my blog, so I'll link that in the description box below. Please don't feel intimidated by the ingredients. You know, they might be unfamiliar, but this recipe is totally doable and the ingredients can be found at your local Asian grocery store. And as always, if you make this dish, please send me a photo on Twitter using the hashtag #cookmiss. And yeah, let's get started. Oh, and please excuse my nasally voice, I think I've caught a cold. Ugh. So first we're going to make the pine trees. Gradually add the water to the shiratamako, which is the glutinous rice flour, and dissolve it to create a watery white liquid. Then add this liquid to the shiroan paste, which is the white bean paste, in a small pot and mix it very well with a rubber spatula until the liquid is completely incorporated. Then place the pot on the stove and set it to medium-low. Keep kneading the dough with the spatula until most of the water has been absorbed and it no longer has a shine to it. Once the paste feels and looks slightly drier than before but hasn't begun to brown at all, remove the pot from the heat and spread the paste evenly along the insides of the pot with a spatula for it to cool. You want to spread it around half to 1 centimeter thick. Now once this paste, called nerikiri, has cooled enough to touch and not burn your hands, scrape it off from the pot with a spatula and roll it into a ball. Then you want to tear off about 1/8 of the dough and knead it together with a little bit of cocoa powder to give it a brown color. Then dye the remaining dough green to become the top of the tree. Divide the green dough into 7 or 8 pieces and shape them into little cones that will fit inside the glass cups that you'll be using for molding. Then you want to shape the brown dough into little chunks and simply just press them onto the bases of the cones to make the pine trees. These trees, as well as what I'm about to show you next, can both be made a day ahead of time. So for the snowflakes, you want to pour the water, milk, and powdered agar-agar into a small pot and mix together well. Then bring it to a boil and bring it back down to low heat and simmer for 1 to 2 minutes. Then turn off the heat and allow it to slightly cool in the pot. Then pour the mixture into a flat tray where the mixture is half a centimeter deep. Using a deep lid of a large food storage container is quite good for this. Once this has set, use the rims of the glasses to cut out 3 circles and a straw to cut out little circles in the jelly. So for the clear jelly, pour the water and agar-agar into a pot and mix together. Set to high and dissolve the agar-agar as the water heats up. When it reaches a boil, bring the heat down to low and simmer for 3 to 4 minutes. After simmering, add and completely dissolve the sugar. Remove from heat and allow to slightly cool in the pot. Then pour into the 3 glass cups and let sit at room temperature, allowing it to partially set. So the jelly is ready to be decorated when the surface is just partially set, but it's still liquid underneath, and you can easily stick the snowflakes and trees inside. So remember to place the trees upside down because the jelly is going to be turned out afterwards. The jelly sets quite quickly from this point, so you have to move at a relatively quick pace. But if you're making more than 3 of these, I'd recommend making 2 batches of the clear jelly and making them in different stages so that you don't have to rush and you don't run the risk of having it set before you put the trees inside. And you want to place the white discs on top and allow it to be slightly covered by the clear jelly in order for it to be firmly secured in place. So once all the decorations are inside, you want to allow the jelly to firmly set and then turn out onto plates by gently sliding a knife between the jelly and the glass. You can serve this jelly with whipped cream or ice cream to create a beautiful winter scene on your plate. So thank you guys so much for watching, I really appreciate it. And as usual, if you make this recipe or any of the other recipes I've made or anything that you make, please send me a photo using the hashtag #cookmiss on Twitter. I'd absolutely love to see what you guys are making this season. And I know that this recipe is quite complicated, especially with all the new techniques that I'm introducing. So I've typed out a really thorough recipe for you guys. And so if you'd like to see that recipe, I'll have it linked in the description box below. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye!